Hello everyone, welcome back to Key Comics Market Watch. Today I am happy to do another haul video. Now, the stuff I'm about to show I got over the weekend. I actually wind up taking somebody to Annapolis, Maryland as a lift ride, and there's a store I go to in Annapolis, Maryland that I love going to, that I go to all the time. But I had not been there for maybe 2 months. And the last time I was there, they have a program where if you when you buy stuff, you always get to scan this thing, and it gives you credit towards rewards and stuff. And it's called Belly. That's what it's called. And so it so happens that the last time I was there, I got a 20. One of my rewards was 20% off everything in my next purchase off of everything. So I definitely was like, okay, I'm definitely gonna use that when I know I'm gonna buy a lot of stuff so I can really save. And I have to tell you, I went there and I saw a key Grail there and on the wall, and when I saw it, I was like, oh man. And I had to look at it and see if it was worth the price they was asking for. And of course, I still had to ask them, could they give me a better price? And so they went to go see if she went to the back to talk, I guess, to whoever was in charge at the time, to see if they could give me a better price. And they did give me a better price. It still wasn't the type of price that I wanted to pay, but I knew in the back of my head, I was like, oh man, I still got that 20% off. So, you know, once I buy everything and take that 20% off, it'll be even cheaper than the price they already discounted that for me. So I definitely took all that into consideration and told them, okay, I'm gonna get the book, put it to the side while I shop around, because I knew I needed to buy as much stuff as possible to take advantage of the 20% off. And I have to tell you, I wind up spending 200. Can you see it? $201 is my total. But before they took the 20% off, it was $233 before tax. So my total was $201 after tax. So before tax, it was $187. $187.02 was my total before the tax. So that 20% off definitely made a difference between $233 to $187. So the 20% off was basically $46.76 off my total purchase, which is awesome, you guys. So before we get this started, though, I can't wait to show y'all everything that I got. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you to everyone for not skipping the skippable ads. If you're new to my channel, you wonder why I ask you not to skip the skippable ads, is because when you skip the ads, I don't get the ad revenue, and since I'm such a small channel, every ad that's skipped affects me as far as my revenue. So I need everyone to not skip the skippable ads so I get that revenue, since I'm such a small channel. It really helps me out, definitely. So, you know, support me by just watching the skippable ads. And if it's an ad that's like longer than 3-4 minutes, then I can understand if you choose to skip it. But if it's a minute or less ad, please just watch it all the way through. It will help me a lot, and it won't cost you anything. Just a couple extra seconds of your time. But if you like my channel, you like supporting me, definitely that's the best way to support me without me having to do a Patreon, without me doing a Cash App or anything like that. So please, everyone, definitely help me out. And to all my loyal people that do it all the time, thank you very much. So let's get this started. So the first thing I got, I had to get it when I saw this, was the War of the Realms short box. Love this author Adams. Man, this is awesome. And what really got me to want this box is the fact that on the other side was the images from Thor God of Thunder series that Jason Aaron had written. And this, of course, is when Gore the God Butcher was introduced, the Necro Sword was introduced, and Noel was introduced. So it's great that to have this also on the other side. And all this connects together, so I can understand why they had the War of the Realms and then had the God of Thunder, you know, on the other side. So it's great. I love these short boxes. They're so awesome. Love them, love them, love them. And you can't go wrong with Arthur Adams' art. Look at that. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. So, and one more thing. Oh, before I continue, just wanted y'all to give y'all a heads up about a book that I know a lot of people probably don't know about this book. Not since we're talking about Noel. Since I brought that up about Noel, first appearance is in God of Thunder, the series, issue number 6, if I remember correctly. Now, this book right here, Secret Avengers number 30. I wanted to show y'all this book. I read this book the other day because I had gotten it with I had gotten it for $1 with some other books. And I'm gonna show that haul later. But since I was, you know, I'm thinking about Noel right now, wanted to talk about this book right now. Now, this book is kind of important because this is actually a book where if you was reading Secret Avengers at the time, there is this book is basically about it's the evil Nick Fury. I forgot his name. What was his name? Max Fury. That was his name. And so this Max Fury was trying to get the Serpent Crown and 2 other crowns and form them together into one crown. But the important thing about this book is, of course, Venom is in this because he's a secret Avenger in this book. And the great thing about this book, of course, is Taskmaster fighting Venom. And Taskmaster is smart. I would say that he got the best of Venom in this issue because Taskmaster is no joke. So the great thing about this is Venom, Taskmaster, but besides that, the great thing about this book is that when Max Fury finally does put the 3 serpent crowns together, this is what he says. So listen to this, okay? All right, so let's see. Whiplash is asking Max Fury what's going to happen when the 3 crowns get together and it forms into one crown. And he's asking, since the horde, okay, he asks, those crowns, he says, so he says he noticed the crowns are like together and they're coming alive. So that's what Whiplash says. So Max Fury basically says, he calls them old friends that haven't been united in thousands of years. He's talking about the crowns, right? All right, so he's talking about it right there. And then he says, since the horde times, the lost era of Noel. Now, the way they spell Noel in here, though, is N-U-L-L, if you can see it right there. Where is it at? I think you see it right there. He doesn't spell it K-N-U-L-L. So he says, since the lost era of Noel, and then he Whiplash is like, what the hell? And Max is like, not hell, not heaven. He says, the abyss. Existence with no desire, unification through negation. A bottomless fall into a long nap through eternity. All right, and then he's basically talking about, you know, the abyss, which, who was the person that was from the abyss? Noel. Noel is the ruler of the abyss. He was before everything, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that he's mentioning Noel in this, and he's talking about the abyss, and it's talking about these serpent crowns forming into this one crown right here. The thing about it is, when he put it on his head, he wasn't able to use the power of the crown because he's not a real human being. He's a duplicate. He's like a android. So he wasn't able to utilize the power, and of course, the Avengers knocked the crown off of him, and then Taskmaster puts it on his head, and here's the image of Taskmaster putting it on his head right there. So he grabs it, and then it continues to the next book, which I don't have, but I'm gonna say this: this book right here came out before Thor: God of Thunder #6, and it definitely came out way before Venom. Was it issue number 3? Or was it? I don't remember what issue it was of the first full appearance of Null. But they definitely, I don't think they're talking about a different Null, because even though it is spelled Null, because I mean, come on now, Null and the Abyss and all that. So definitely, I think this is like like a prelude to all that stuff. So I think they've really been building up Null for a while. Like they've been putting clues here and there. So I definitely think this is a book you guys should definitely pick up, because a lot of people slept on this book, and it's crazy that that Venom is in this book. So obviously it's a connection. The connections are all there. You know what I'm saying? So and I just get this book anyway for this awesome Arthur Adams cover. Look at that cover. Ain't that an awesome cover, you guys? And just the fact, Taskmaster. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't go wrong with Taskmaster. So, just love it, love it, love it, you guys. So, definitely a book I suggest you guys get. Alright, so enough about that book. Alright, so let's get on with everything else I got. And of course, so I got that War of the Realms box. Then, of course, I had to get me some Silver Age boards. So, got me some more 100 pack of Silver Age boards. Alright, then I went and got me 100 pack of Silver Age resealable bags. Of course, this is the type I use. I have to get the resealable. It says resealable right there. I don't like using the ones you gotta put tape. I'd rather have resealables, and it's so I don't ever have the chance of ever messing up any of my books, taking them in and out the bag and board. So very happy to get that. Alright, so I wound up getting a book that I missed Wednesday, that I thought, I was just like, oh well, I missed it. But they had plenty of them there, and they had it for cover price, so I went and got it. So it's War of the Realms #1, the J. Scott Campbell Hella variants for cover price, which they had plenty of them, which I was like, okay. It was shocking to me because everywhere else I went, they were out. So this place had plenty. So very surprised and very happy that I got one copy, because that's all I really wanted was one copy. All right. And then, of course, this is the other variant that I wanted that they didn't have nowhere else, and I was able to get it. But I had to pay $9.99 for this one. So it was the Greg Horn War of the Realms cover, and I love this cover. It's like, oh, I love this cover. It's based off the Michelangelo, after Michelangelo. So yeah, loving it, loving it, loving it. Very happy. Greg Horn is one of my favorite artists ever. So very happy to get that. Alright, now this book right here, I definitely missed out on this book because they didn't have any on Wednesday when I tried to get it. So when I saw that they still had this, I was like, oh, gotta get it. So it's Deadpool #11, but this is the variants with him on the Asgardian variant with him on the unicorn. I love this cover. I mean, and if you know the connection between Deadpool and unicorns, yeah, so I had to get 2 of them, and definitely glad I got 2 of them. Now, I will say this. I definitely feel this cover right here is not going for a lot right now, but I definitely feel in the future, this is a book that you should definitely keep an eye. You should definitely get it, because I definitely feel this cover will go up in value as time goes on. And it's also the origin of Mr. Goodbye Man. So definitely a book you should definitely get if you get a chance to see it. Alright, you guys. Alright, now, was very happy they had some of these, but they weren't $1. I had to get them for cover price, but I didn't mind, because this is a book that I've been talking about for a minute now. If you see my videos, I've been talking about how important this book is, and I think a lot of people are sleeping on this book. They need to get it right now before this character really blows up and really this book starts to get expensive. So it's Domino #7 with this gorgeous cover. Now the importance of this issue is the first appearance of Atlas Bear, and if you've been reading Hot Shots #1, you should know who Atlas Bear is. She is from Wakanda with bear powers. So definitely an awesome character. I like her already. They haven't even really got deep into her character yet, but I definitely feel that she's a character that's going to be on the rise. So you should definitely be picking up this first appearance right now. And they had 2 copies there in near mint condition. Then they had like 2 other copies, but they had little ticks on them, so I had to leave them there. But best believe if they was in perfect condition, I would have got 4 copies. So grabbed 2 more copies of this gorgeous cover. So definitely was happy about that. Then I was happy that they had some of these second and third printing of Immortal Hulk. So they had Immortal Hulk number 13. This is the second printing. Was very happy to get that for cover price. All right. Now, this is issue number 3, third printing for cover price. Now, like I've said before, second, third, fourth printings definitely are lesser printings. So the higher the printing, the less they printed of that printing. So you should definitely be trying to get these printings. These are very important printings to be getting. They will be going up in value, trust and believe me. And then I have the Immortal Hulk number 2, first appearance of Dr. Fry. This is the third printing. So definitely was happy. They had 1 more copy, but it had ticks, so I left it there. So happy to get a third printing of issue number 2. All right. Now I was surprised they had this still there. I was like, oh, they still have a copy. So, and this is the first printing, and it was cover price. So it's Teen Titans Special number 1, the cameo appearance of Crush. So for cover price, I was like, okay, bet. This is already a $10 to $15 book. So definitely happy to get it. Now the second printing has the red cover. So happy to get the first printing for cover price. All right. Now this right here. I have to say, you guys, I was very happy to find this there. I wasn't expecting. I saw issue number 4 there, or was it 3? Issue number 3. That's what it was. Issue number 3 there, and I was just like, let me see if they got issue number 1. So I looked behind and found issue number 1, but it's the third printing, and it's Die. So Die number 1, third printing. Now I'm gonna tell you, this Die number 1, third printing is already at between $20 and $25 on eBay selling. Not just listed, selling for $20 to $25. So I was just like, oh man, that's awesome. You know what I'm saying? And they have a fourth printing, and that's a virgin cover. But that one doesn't go for too much, which kind of surprised me because I know that's an even lesser print than this third print. But I was happy that they had this, and I have to say, because not only did they have 1, but they had 2. And I have to say, because they had a third. So I got 3 of them, cover price. They're going for $20, $25. So I'm already up with this 3 copies right here. Very happy. And they had 1 more copy, but that one had 3 spine ticks that break color. So I left it there. And I know I probably still could have made a profit off of it if I sell it. But, I'm a perfectionist. I like perfection. So I can't help myself. So I left it there, and I was like, someone else could get it. All right, you guys. Was also happy to find this there. Because if you know, issue number 7 of this issue, Venom number 7, is the first appearance of Eddie Brock's son. Now, the Secret Tongue variant is the one everybody's going for. And even the regular cover is starting to gain some momentum without the Secret Tongue. But this is the second print. And you know how I am. Second prints are lesser prints. So, and I love this cover. This cover is awesome. So they had 2 and 3 of them. So grabbed all 3. All 3 of them are perfect. So very happy to get all 3 of them, you guys. So cover price. Cover price. Can't go wrong with cover price. All right, you guys. Now I missed out on this too, so I'm glad they had this one there, and it's Spawn 295, the Matina variant. Just happy to have that, just to get it added to my collection. Love that cover, Matina. Be killing it every time. And I wasn't expecting to see this there. They actually had 2 other copies, but the other 2 copies had little issues. So I left it there. So this is Rags #1, and this is the third printing. And this book already also is in the $20 range. So very happy to get the third printing, you guys, because I definitely missed out on the first and second. So very happy about that. Okay, you guys. So all that right there basically was what made this so expensive. But the key book that made me so happy that I definitely was looking at was this Grail right here. I've had this Grail before, but it was in my past collection, and I don't have that collection no more. So I've definitely been trying to get this book again, but every time I get close to getting it, the price just never is right for me, personally. So, like I said, they had this book at $150, and I asked her if she could do better. She went to the back, talked to, I guess, the manager, and he came back. She came back and said we could do it for $125. I said, okay. Because in the back of my head, I'm like, okay, well, I know I still have the 20% off, so it's going to bump that price even lower. So that's why I said I was looking for as much stuff as I could buy to lower this down, because basically I'm taking that discount and adding it to this price right here of $125. So like I said, my discount came up to $46.76. So if you subtract $46.76 from this $125, we're looking at what, about we're looking about $70-something for this book. What was it? 70. Let's see. We're looking at $74. About $74 for this book. And not only that, this book came in the top holder already. And you know these top holders are usually about $5 by itself, just the top holder. So they didn't charge me for the top holder. So I wound up getting the top holder for free. So it's Daredevil 131, you guys. And it's, of course, the first appearance of Bullseye. Very happy to get it. Of course, I had to look inside, make sure the marble value stamp was in there. And it was. This is about I would say this is between a 9.0 and a 9.2. I wish it was a 9.8, but I definitely feel for that price for $74 with the free top holder, definitely worth it. Very happy that I accumulated that 20% off. So definitely very happy about that. And I wish there was more stuff there that I could have bought to even lower this price, even get that discount even lower. But they didn't. It was just one other book, but it wasn't in the condition I wanted, because if I would have got that book, that definitely would have got this book probably about the $50 range. So definitely, oh man, I have to tell you, I'm so happy to have this back in my collection. Definitely a key book that I love. Bullseye. Bullseye is one of my favorite villains out there. He's just so, he's a great character, man. And I love when he fights Deadpool, and I love when he fights Daredevil. I mean, those probably the two people that I love when he fights the most, because, of course, I feel he's scared of Deadpool because Deadpool is so unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to Daredevil, it's like even. You know what I'm saying? It's like, even though Daredevil has given him some good whoopings, but Bullseye has got him good too. So definitely just happy that I got these books. So like I said, wish I didn't have to pay this tax. Tax was $14. Tax, god dang it. But anyways, so that was my total haul, you guys. I think I did awesome for that price, man. And how can I complain? But that's when you, all I have to say is, if you have a program like that where you earn a 20%, 30%, whatever, make sure you don't use it until you know you're about to buy a lot of stuff, so you can really get that discount, and it can really, you can use it to your benefit. You know what I'm saying? So I waited. I was like, man, I'm gonna wait, and I'm glad that I waited, because I definitely am glad to finally have this book. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm happy when I get my keys, you know, especially keys that I've had before, and I get them back again. I love it. I love it. So definitely was happy with that. And so that's it, you guys. And also, just want to say, you guys, that I hope everyone had a great weekend. Hope you guys went to go see Shazam. And if you seen Shazam, make sure you see my spoiler review that I did. Check it out. Definitely love the movie. DC is definitely going in the right direction, I will say that. And I also have another haul that I need to do because I even got more stuff I need to show you guys. But this video is long enough, so I'm gonna cut it short. But thank you everyone for checking out my channel. Thank you for giving me over 1,700 subscribers. Help me get to 10,000 by liking and sharing this video, and tell everyone about my channel. And until next time, you guys, happy comic book hunting. Make sure that you check out my Amazon store. It's in the comment section for US and Canadian buyers. Hit the Galactus head right here to subscribe. Hit these 2 videos to see some goodness, some old goodness. And until next time, everyone, be good to each other, and make sure that you go out there and find them gems. They're out there to be found, so hunt. So peace, everyone.